So here you guys can see we're in, middle busting the ground up right down. You drive pretty well right down the center of the road. But like I said, because of all the tater tops, it's not working like it should, and that shouldn't happen at the end where it's all collected like that. So it was kind of a mess to clean up in the yard, but that's okay. It happens, right? I think the heat index was around 105 to 108, somewhere in there. It was hot. So we're digging another row of potatoes, and this time we topped them first. Okay, we cut all the tops off, and we discovered a vole run. If you don't know what a vole is, it's kind of a mix between a mouse and a mole. You can Google it if you want. It's called a vole. Okay? So we cut all the tops off of this row of potatoes, kind of like in Farm Sim when you use the potato top reverse.
What's up, guys? John from PumaPlow.com here today with another On the Farm video. Today, I need to spray the pumpkins. Part of having pumpkins is you got to spray them a lot because bugs like to eat them. So we're going to go ahead and get that going with our little Simplicity tractor with our, I think it's a 10-gallon sprayer. It's not a lot, but it gets the job done. That's about all you need anyway, especially right now because the pumpkins aren't very big. But later on, we'll need more, so you just mix it up a couple times. For anybody wondering, we are using 7 bug spray. There you can see the little bastards eating away on the pumpkin. See them? They're all gonna die. I don't know if I'll use that or not.
So, hey, look, fast forward to the next Sunday. We decided to mow down our corn because the deer had already been into the 3rd planting and it wasn't ready yet, so we couldn't pick any of it. So I got on the big tractor, the Case 995 with our brush hog, the one we used multiple videos ago, to mow the highway. And Dad just said, screw it, mow it all down and be done with it. So I actually chopped up the big mower, and then he used our laser. He got in there and did a little bit. It worked fairly well, except for on the end right here. It just kind of laid it over, but for the most part, it was surprising how well it actually did. What's up, guys? John from PumaPlow.com. So last Sunday when we went to the farm, we took a little detour. Look at this old barn, old shed. I don't know what you call it. It's cool. I like it. So part of our little detour was to some of the lower lands around. That was all a cornfield once upon a time, and with the wettest June on record, there was a lot of, crop lost in the area. I think that was a soybean field right there. And you can still see the the rows from the soybeans after, before they drowned out, So it was just a little cool little detour, kind of by the farm, but kind of not at the same time. And yeah, just lots of pictures of different fields and stuff. So this is like a creek, I guess you could call it, where probably tens of thousands of acres of farmland and even back towards town, some subdivisions and stuff, all the water from that has to drain, like the runoff water, the rainwater. All the water has to drain through these floodgates right here. And we've driven by these before, and my dad has as well, but we've never actually gotten out and looked at them. So this is the creek out to the Mississippi River. It's out there, actually. And this was just really neat. We stopped and took some video and some pictures and stuff. So back in June and probably most of July, they would have actually had these floodgates closed because the river was so high that it would actually backfeed and it would have flooded a bunch of farmland. So now that the river is a lot lower, they have gone ahead and opened the floodgates back up, and the water can run to the river now and go downstream where it belongs. So if you think about this, we haven't had a lot of rain since the first part of July, I would say. And this is still running pretty high, really. It's still running pretty good, considering it's been about a month since we've had a lot of rain. We've had a couple of rain showers in the meantime, but nothing like June was. June was the wettest June on record here in St. Louis. I think we were 2 inches away from the wettest month on record ever in St. Louis. So it was pretty wet. Actually, July 1st, we got like 2.5 inches of rain, so we just missed it, setting a record. So what's up, guys? John from PumaPlow.com here today with another On the Farm video. So I've been talking about how tall these soybeans are on the farm. I don't know if you can see it there, but they're 4 feet tall, and they are absolutely loaded down with beans. We actually talked to the farmer the other day, and he said that these are normally a short variety bean. Well, not so much this year. Like I said, they're 4 feet tall and absolutely loaded down with beans, and they're pretty even across the whole field. There's a few wetter spots that aren't quite as tall, but generally they're doing pretty good. Oh look, there's a pumpkin. I told you guys we would have pumpkins setting on soon, so there's one right there. And the vines are continuing to grow, of course.
What's up, guys? John from PumaPlow.com, coming to you from a very high place down at the farm. So I'm in a man lift about 45 feet off the ground right now, just because I could. And I was like, why not do a little intro? So welcome to an On the Farm video. How's everybody doing? Do appreciate y'all watching.
What's up, guys? John, the voiceover guy here. So this is going back a little bit in time in the day. You can tell the sun's at a higher angle behind a cloud right now. Getting in the lift for the first time, talking over with Dad, kind of our game plan. So what our problem has been, we've had an electrical issue in our big shed, and we thought we identified the problem up on our main pole outside. The problem has been that our lights are flickering and flashing, I guess you could say. And at some points in time, it'll some of the lights will dim in the building, and then we've been testing the outlets with a voltmeter, and some of the outlets are going to 160 volts, and some of the outlets are going to 85 volts. Now, if you guys don't know, they should be at 110 volts consistently, or right around there. So this is the main electric pole, and there's the wire that goes over to the big shed. Our electric wires actually come in underground from the main feed, out by the field, kind of. And we put them in underground a few years ago for YOLO reasons and stuff. So they come out of the ground, and then they go through a 200 amp disconnect. So everything is turned off right now. Obviously I wouldn't be touching it if it was not turned off, but it is completely turned off and completely safe to touch as long as it is turned off. If it wouldn't be turned off, there would be 200 amps of electricity going through those two black wires, 100 amps in each wire. And if you had a spot with bad insulation or something, you would get fried. So I don't really want to mess with that. So just turn it off.
The vines are so thick. It seems like they're really thick this year. It's just hard to see all the pumpkins out in the patch. So, yep. And there's a little pumpkin, still has the bloom on it. And another one. Just kind of showing off some different growth stages of the pumpkins. There's an even smaller one that, just happened basically. And an even smaller one. Actually, there's two right there, I think. Maybe. But yeah, oh, hey, now we're in the cantaloupe patch. And we've picked a few cantaloupe. I haven't gotten a chance to film picking the cantaloupe because I've been off doing other stuff. So we put the disc together. Tupelo, my brother-in-law, came down to the farm this particular Sunday and helped us put the disc back together. So it is ready to go. You can see we don't have scrapers on. I'm not sure if we're actually going to put scrapers on or if we're going to try to run scraperless. You need the scrapers in wetter conditions. Your disc blades will tend to build up with dirt, but ideally we wouldn't be disking in wet conditions, so we shouldn't have too much of an issue with it. Oh, so Dad told me to go ahead and disc the cantaloupes in, so no more cantaloupe. That's kind of been our motto this year, just like, you know what, YOLO, get it done. Got with the corn. The corn was a horrible year for corn with deer damage. So we just decided, you know what, instead of feeding the possums, let's just go ahead and get it done and be done with it, basically. So that's exactly what I did. I broke out the disc and on the 995 and got her done. So you can see that the GoPro is on the magnet mount and it keeps moving. Well, ever since we plowed it under that time, and on the farm, I think episode 1, we I have like a piece of wire. Well, I attached it to the chain that you can see up there in the top left, just barely. That's like the sway chain that connects to keep it from the arms from swaying too much, So I just didn't think about every time I would attach that piece of wire to that chain. That is the chain that keeps the arm from swaying back and forth too much, as well as there's sway arms on the outsides, but it's double. You got chain and sway arms. And every time you raise that up, obviously the chain goes up with it, and then it would pull on the GoPro. I'm like, wow, that GoPro is vibrating quite heavily considering it's on the magnet mount. So as you can see, we're just gonna keep disking in the cantaloupe. We got the new notched disc blades on the front, that was kind of the whole reason we ripped the disc apart in the first place. When we bought this disc, we bought it used from an equipment dealer in a different town, and we ripped it apart then, and we put all new bearings on it. And so we had already ripped into this thing once, and then we just thought, okay, we'll use the regular disc blades that are on the front. It works quite well, but for what we're wanting to do with chopping up the pumpkin vines, we just figured the notch disc blades on the front would be the way to go.
Alright guys, so there is the drone that I have. Yes, it is a toy. I want to stress that very much so. It is a toy drone. It was like $50. You can find them on Amazon or wherever. It's a toy. It's a starter. It's kind of to learn how to use the controller, and because the real drones fly very similar, the DJI drones anyway, fly very similar to this one. I mean, they fly better, of course. Now, the thing that you guys can't see, you can't tell, the winds. It was windy, and you guys, obviously in the video, it doesn't translate. So that's kind of why I'm like all over the place with the drone. Is the winds. They were variable, strong at times, and rather annoying. So yeah, so we're gonna fly the drone here a little bit, and then we will cut to the footage from the actual drone. And here's the footage from the actual drone flying over the pumpkin patch. It's real something. So there's a few minutes of this, guys. I'm gonna get on out of here. Oh look, there's corn too. I'm gonna get on out of here. We do appreciate you guys watching as always. Make sure to like and subscribe for more, and I'll catch you next week with another On the Farm probably. So till then, thank y'all and toodles.
What's up guys, John from PumaPlow.com here today with another On the Farm video. Now yes, what you are seeing is a view out the front of a John Deere combine. To be completely honest, I'm not sure what model this is. I don't really have any pictures of the combine that you can see what model it was. So these are the guys that farm our farm. We are not on our farm ground right here technically. We are across our lane. Back where that truck was parked was our lane, and this was just on the other side. So the farmers were nice enough to let me do a ride along and film out the windshield and out the side window here. And I basically filmed until my batteries died in my camera and I didn't have any more with me. I know, YouTube fail or something. So basically what you're going to see here is a lot of corn being harvested in a short amount of time. I did ride with the farmer for a while after this while Mike and Dad were working at the farm, and I wasn't. I was sitting in the nice air conditioning cab that day because, you know, it's a brand new combine. The combine has less than 150 hours on it at this time. I'm sure it has quite a few more hours on it by now already because they continue to work, obviously, every day. We have not lost a day around here to, like, weather for harvesting. And hey look, there's the grain cart, auger wagon, whatever you want to call it. And John Deere tractor, of course, they pretty much run everything green, these farmers. As much as they can actually buy in John Deere, because like the auger wagon's not John Deere, but it's still green, so it kind of works, right? There's something. So you guys, there is quite a few more minutes of footage to come. I'm going to get on out of here, but we do appreciate y'all watching. Stay tuned for more. Like and subscribe for more, definitely. And I'll catch you next time.
What's up guys, John from PumaPlow.com with another On the Farm video. Thanks guys for clicking on the video, we do appreciate that. So yeah, as you can see behind me, got the Case 995 out today. Got the brush hog on it. And I'm actually standing out in the field right now. As you guys can see, the cornfield is now gone. So down here, this is where our electric poles come in. See, there's one over there. And so there's an old field road over here, and since it kind of runs along with our electric wires, we feel like we should go ahead and maintain it. Nobody else really does. There's two planes in the sky over there. And so, as you guys can see, there's quite a bit of like weedy, crappy mess. You can see the one farmer on our side where the corn was, he went ahead and sprayed it a while back. The other farmers over there where the beans are, they don't really come in here and maintain this, which is fine. It is actually their property, but I don't really care. I'm gonna go ahead and mow it. So let's get it done. Right, guys, we're done with the mowing for today. We will be back out here this winter to go ahead and finish cleaning up with a string trimmer and stuff. But until next time, thank you guys so much for watching on the farm video. Do appreciate it. We'll catch you next time. Toodles. I don't know what was up with the toodles, but toodles.
So this is a weird one, guys. This is a canna, and Grandma, way back in the day, used to have cannas down at the farm, and mysteriously one has grown. Don't really know what's up with that. Stuff happens, I guess. I'm not sure. So guys, we're in the turnip patch, obviously, and look, there's a turnip. It is a root vegetable, if you didn't know. You eat the root. I'm not the biggest fan of turnips, and really nobody in the family is. We grow them for like some friends and different stuff like that.
What's up, guys? John, the voiceover guy here from PumaPlow.com. Now you can see that me talking, you can hear me talking does not match me talking in the video. So I'm obviously driving the tractor here in the video, and the audio was so loud from the tractor that I just had to go ahead and turn it all the way off because it was obnoxious. Now, did you see the 4 there? I was explaining that this was filmed the Sunday before the hashtag For the Kids Extra Life charity stream that we did, the 24-hour. That's why I still have the beard. So this will be the last on the farm video. So everybody take a moment of silence. RIP John's beard. Hashtag it in the comments or something. So this will be the last on the farm video with the beard. And so yeah. No more beard in these videos. So I'm driving out the lane on the tractor.
Work the garden and finish picking the pumpkins, whatever they don't take, and get our disc out and disc the garden so we can sow rye up this fall. So that should be fun. And those are the polar bears. I'm thinking those are second favorite this year for the pumpkins that we have grown. My absolute favorite are the warty ones.
We've been burning a lot down at the farm lately, and a side effect, I guess you could say, of burning is the elusive nail crop. Now, we harvest the elusive nail crop a couple times a year, maybe. It depends how much we burn. And what I mean by the elusive nail crop is, you know, it's just left over after you burn a lot with boards or whatever with nails in them. They're left in the garden, and we don't really like that, so we go through with a magnet and clean them up. And that's just a small shot of some of the stuff we got. And this is the coolest thing. That's aluminum. Something we had in this fire had aluminum on it. We pulled out, I didn't film it, we pulled out a whole bunch of pieces of aluminum. So it was pretty neat. And yeah, so like I said, there's some of what we harvested. If you guys like this video, hit thumbs up and subscribe for more. I'll catch you next time. Toodles.